to February's Nutri-Bite. One of the most common questions I get from my clients is that they need help with some delicious yet easy and simple meal ideas for dinner. And this recipe by far takes the cake. It's called shredded Mexican chicken. And in terms of simplicity, it only has 3 ingredients. So how simple does it get from there? First of all, we start with chicken breast, and I use about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds. Our next ingredient is salsa, and then we also use salsa verde, which uses tomatillos or green tomatoes. So one thing to take into consideration when you are checking out your salsa is that you look at the sodium content, because sodium content from salsa to salsa can really vary. So if you're watching your salt, make sure that you check that out. Another thing to take into consideration is that the longer you cook the dish, it tends to get hotter. So you might want to go with a salsa that's mild or medium in terms of its heat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken and we're going to place it in our slow cooker or our crock pot. And then we're simply going to pour in both our salsa and our salsa verde, the whole jar, and then we're going to cook this on low for about 6 hours. And then as we're cooking it, we're going to shred the chicken, and typically at around 3 to 4 hours you can begin shredding the chicken because it's ready. Now another thing that you can add to this recipe are some more Mexican seasonings, and one of my favorites are just a combination of some garlic powder, chili powder, and cumin, and I use about 1/2 tablespoon of each of these. And if you want to increase the amount of vegetables in this dish, you can also add things like peppers, onions. A splash of lime juice is really nice, and I typically add those vegetables towards the end of the cooking so they don't get too soft. So after 6 hours, we've got this great shredded chicken that you can add on top of a salad with maybe some black beans and cheese and some avocado for a Mexican southwestern salad, or you could use corn tortillas and some cheese and guacamole as well. One of my favorite new products in the store is called Holy Guacamole. We've got these individual packaged 100-calorie guacamole packs, and what I really like about these is that sometimes when you have the larger packs and you open it up, that guacamole goes bad. But when you have it in individual sizes, it's much easier to use and to use all of it. So there you go, a great, easy, simple shredded chicken recipe. And I can guarantee your family's probably going to be asking for más pollo, por favor.